Hello and happy Sunday. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and today is Sunday, June the 28th, and this is chat number 179 titled Spring into Summer, and it's already summer here in East Tennessee. So Knoxville apparently decided to skip spring and just go straight into summer. Karen and I did get a chance to walk today. It was like 150 degrees again today. Not really. It was only like, I want to say it was like 79, but you know, like when the clouds are so full of water that all they can do is either explode or rain, that's where they were at today. So yeah, super, super sweaty. Didn't rain. I kind of wish it had rained while we were walking because I think that would have actually cooled it off a little bit. But anyway, hello Kimberly and hello Sylvia. Happy Sunday. It was super, super hot. Hello Carol Lou. Like wickedly hot. Yeah, so if I was in the Northeast, I'd say wicked. It was wicked hot today. Hello, Kathy from Ohio. Hello, Elaine. Hello, Kim. Hi, Kim. Good to see you again. So Kim was sweet enough to pop in last week. So I hope you and hubby have made it back home, or at least you're traveling home. Hope you had a good time in Nashville. Hello, Laura. Hello, Mary Ann from Pennsylvania. Hello, Marlene. So it was so nice to meet Kim. If anybody else wants to stop by, I'm here Tuesday through Saturday in the KC Kitchen Center showroom. It's at 5902 Kingston Pike. Unless you are a creeper or a stalker, and then you can stay away. If you are sweet like Kim, come on down. Come on down. Yeah, Barbara's been to see me a couple of times. Christy's been here. Several of y'all have been here. Hello, Vicky from St. Louis. Yeah, and Sylvia said same there, except in the 90s and so humid. Ugh. Yeah, aloha, Kathy. Hello, Lisa from New Hampshire, and they really, stormy New Hampshire, and they really need the rain. Well, we can send some because we had nothing, and now I think it's going to rain every day for the next week or maybe more. And hello, Katie from Minneapolis. Hello, Haley. Hi, Marie. No, wait, Marie. I'm supposed to call you MJ. Is that right? Did I remember that from last week? Do I get some kind of a credit? Do I get some kind of a star, a sticker, or something if that's correct? So let me know. I think I'm supposed to call you MJ, but let me know. And hello, my Christy. And Trish, I know, I do. I still have braids. I know. Oh, yeah, from this morning. Oh, that's right. Yeah, Trish saw me today. Of course I still have braids, Trish. Oh, my gosh. We went... Yeah, so we walked today, and it was super hot. Hello, Irma. Hello, Alicia. Hi, Sherry. Hello, Sandy from Northeastern Kansas. So this is the second time that I've seen Trish today. It's the second time I've seen a couple of y'all today. Hello, Sandra from Naperville, Illinois. Hello, Janice. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Lisa. So if you're watching this later on YouTube, it's just youtube.com. Search If You Have an Egg. And if you don't want to see all the highs and hellos, first, you crazy. Second, just go ahead and drag it. And I was right. I'm supposed to call her MJ, so I will try. I remembered that from a week ago. Pretty amazing. So yeah, so I'm going to try and commit that to memory. Anyway, so yes, MJ. And yes, Kim, it was good to see you. But anyway, if you don't want to say hi and hello, just go ahead and grab that scroll bar and take it on over to about 10 minutes. That's if you're watching it later on YouTube. If you are here with us live, you're stuck with the highs and hellos. Unless you want to get off and come back. But I don't know why you wouldn't want to say hello anyway. And hello, Lorelei. Hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. Hello, Janice from Ontario, Canada. Hi, Evie. Hello, Tina. Hello, another Sherry. Hello, Vicky from Norman, Oklahoma. Gosh, we've got, how many states? How many states are represented? And, oh yeah, and Trish, yes, it was a purple wall that I was sitting in front of this morning. So that was out in the showroom. So I can't cook when I'm out in the showroom. We are cooking tonight. We're cooking in the second half. And Sherry's in Connecticut. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you, Irma. And hello, Joyce. So yeah, so I was actually sitting out at the hostess desk this morning when Trish saw me this morning, or actually it was afternoon for me and it was just still morning for Trish. But she saw me earlier, and we've got Joyce is in Louisiana. Hello, Lynn. It's the second time I've seen Lynn today. Is anybody else on here from the Zoom today, from the Zoom in Knoxville today? Oh, I do have, and Melissa. We've been digging in the dirt. Alyssa and I are desperately trying to get our garden finished. I know we're late in the season, but we have been digging in the dirt so much. No way I was going to mess up new nails, so sorry. But we're almost done. We are almost done. And hello, Connie from Blue Springs, Missouri. Yep, and Christy is from Kentucky. Hello, Kim. Hi, Loretta. Hi, Lisa from Owen Sound, Canada. Hello, Sylvia, another Canada girl. Hello, oh, thank you, Sandra. Ooh, I'm sweaty mess. And hello, Sue from Meridian, Mississippi. And y'all are really challenging me. So luckily, I think I know all of the state abbreviations. I'm pretty sure I know all of them. I did pretty well in that test in high school, which was just a few years ago. And Melissa wants to know what will be in the garden. So Melissa, in the garden, we have, and Melissa, I let Alyssa pick out all the seeds. So it's going to be an eclectic version, variation of things. Hello, Lori. She picked out bird gourds, pumpkins, sunflowers, green beans. I don't know why green beans. Hello, Lori from Kentucky. Some kind of random flowers that I had never seen before. I don't even know what they are. I thought I had seen every flower, but she picked out something I'd never seen before. Carrots, which will not do well. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. And hello, Barbara from the Crossroads. And trying to think what else. I think it was cucumbers. I think that's what's going to be in there. But anyway, so we are just about done. John brought us some pallets home. We've got the plants are planting. We're planting them. But anyway, so yeah, I haven't bothered to do my nails the last 2 weeks in a row because on Mondays, Alyssa and I have been digging and digging and digging and digging. And last week, and she's 2.5 years old, last week she helped me dig and plant plants. And then she helped me wash 2 cars. 2 cars. So they were a heck of a mess when we got done. And John was like, what did y'all do? Actually, he wasn't that bad, but he was like, yeah, I can tell that Alyssa helped you wash them. So they were not the greatest washing jobs and still had a lot of soap on them. But anyway, she's 2.5. She helped. We had a good time. So next week for my nails, and because we will be done with the planting by then. But I did want to say a quick word to the girls that are in Knoxville. So sadly, we did get news today. It's not sad, but we did get news today that there will be no in-workshop meetings in the Knoxville area until at least through July. So they had originally said that we were going to start them again, or hopefully that we were going to start them again in July. But she did say today there are no in-workshop meetings in Knoxville through July. So that means the first opportunity that we would have would be in August. And I don't know if that's because they're waiting to see what our phase 3 is going to look like. We're supposed to start, Knox County, Tennessee is supposed to start phase 3 and adopt the state policies on July the 1st, which I think is Wednesday, maybe. I think that's Wednesday. Yeah. Oh, and I forgot to say, if you're new with us, please let us know. Please give us a shout out because we would love to welcome you. But anyway, for Knoxville girls, hello Mary. For Knoxville girls, yeah, no in-workshop meetings until August, so none in July. There's no chance of any in July. They did, however, open up some additional weigh-in opportunities. So if you're in Knoxville, or if you go to one of the Knoxville centers, there are some extra. Melissa goes to the first one back on Friday. So what state are you in, Melissa? Because that's pretty exciting. And Lynn says they are having a major surge there now in Texas. So that's not good news. That's not good news for the rest of us. But anyway, so no in. And Betty said Memphis is staying in phase 2 for a while. See, that's what I'm afraid of. Because because Knox County decided to go with the state. And I don't know why I say I'm afraid of it, because there's not a lot of extra things that are coming in phase 3. So I mean, I'm okay with staying in phase 2 for a little bit longer. But the type of business that we have, we're okay. Like we're just wearing masks and we're doing all the safe things. But anyway, okay. And Trish calls them drop-and-shop days. So yes, they have opened up more drop-and-shop days. So you can weigh in, you can buy products if you want to buy any products. The recipe on this last week's weekly, hello Vicky, uses one of their products. So if you need to go pick some things up, you can if you are in Knoxville. Okay, so I've talked about that for enough time. So hello and happy Sunday, everybody. This is Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. I just started talking as soon as this came on today. Today is June the 28th. And hello, Haley. Uh-oh. Haley says now they are shutting down. So, like new shutting down? Anyway, so today's June 28th. July is just around the corner. I did not make any July 4th food. Sorry. We are not going to do July 4th food for the second half of the chat. In the extra credit portion of the chat, we did... Oh, wait. Linda is in Illinois, and she said she did the weighed-in and had her in the studio workshop on Saturday in Illinois. That is awesome. That is exciting. So I did not make any July 4th food for this weekend. So we have July 4th for the last... I think this is the third, I can't remember, third or fourth year. Hello, Orlando Debbie. This is the third or fourth year that we've been doing this and hit a July 4th holiday. So I think I have July 4th you all out. Instead, because it was so hot today, because it's been so hot and so humid in Tennessee, The second half of the chat is going to be ways to keep from heating up your kitchen. So that's not actually what it's called. I'm just calling it that now. And Elaine says she went to one in Vernon, Connecticut and weighed in on Thursday. That's exciting. So I'm super excited to get back to the in-shop workshop, in-house workshops, in-person workshops. Oh, and I'm sorry. Orlando Debbie says they have the Sahara dust and no rain, but no sun. So Orlando Debbie, thanks a lot for sharing the Sahara dust with us. We have it too. So I've spent the last 2 days going, is it going to rain? Or is it Sahara dust? Is rain, Sahara dust? I don't know. Which one is it? Anyway, okay, so let's go ahead and get started with our chat. So we will keep doing this. So whether we are phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, doesn't matter what we are. Hello, Michelle. Doesn't matter what we are in this COVID mess. We will keep doing this. So as long as I have my voice and the internet, we will keep doing this. We will keep meeting. Okay, so today is chat number 179, spring into summer. Last week was chat number 178, and we played the Fats of Life game. So everybody played. You all were amazing in your homework last week. Like, I had a hard time picking out who I was going to mention this week. But we found out last week that all fats are not created equal. And your homework for last week, first I'm going to find out who went to a Zoom workshop last week. So if you attended a Zoom workshop, a WW Zoom workshop last week, go ahead and do a thumbs up. And if you are here with us live, it's just going to go up the screen like this. If you are watching later on Facebook, you can just comment, because you can only do the thumbs ups when we're live. If you're watching on YouTube, you can comment, or if you're watching this on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, you can also comment. So if you attended a Zoom workshop last week, hello Shantae. If you attended a Zoom workshop last week, give me a thumbs up. If you attended here with us live last week, or if you watched it on replay, give me a heart going up. Or if you did both, it's also a heart. So I'm seeing lots of thumbs ups and lots of hearts. Yep. Sandra's all thumbs up. Sylvia's thumbs ups and hearts. Lynn is both. Alicia's both. Sandra's both. Sherry is heart. Shantae got a big thumbs up. Marlene says me. Peggy, Sherry is all hearts. So for those of you who attended, Lisa is too. So for those of you who attended a workshop last week, a Zoom workshop, or with us, or both, here are your Bravo stickers. Good job, Barbara. Good job, Trish and Lisa. So here are your Bravo stickers. If you are new to WW, or if you're new to our group, WW used to give out, back when it was called Weight Watchers a long time ago, they would give out little teeny tiny minuscule Bravo stickers that you could put in your little book. So I was a Bravo sticker junkie, and I still am. I'm a Bravo sticker junkie, and I'm still a charm junkie. So I'll do anything for a charm, almost anything for a charm. And I would do a lot of stuff for a Bravo sticker, a lot of stuff. So we give out Bravo, and thank you, Janice. So we give out virtual, hello to other Barbara. So we give out virtual Bravo stickers here. So again, if you're new, or if you're new to WW, or if you're new to our group, virtual Bravo stickers. You can also go to IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and we have them there available to print out. And the ones that Casey did for free are still available for free. Okay, so last week we played the Fats of Life. Hello, Liz. And we talked about all fat not being created equal. So your homework for last week was to find a hashtag FitFat and incorporate it somehow into your week. Okay, there were so many of you all I had trouble picking, so let's run through these quickly. Let's see how you did. Michelle makes PB2 every morning with water, but this week for her FitFat, she tried olive oil, and I wouldn't have thought to put olive oil with my PB2, but she said it tastes just like peanut butter. So Michelle, thank you for the heads up, because a teaspoon of olive oil with the PB2, that's like what, 1 point? So that's a great idea. That is a great idea. So I'm going to try that one. Haley really took one for the team. Okay, so I don't know. When I saw Haley's post, I thought, oh, bless her heart. To get her hashtag FitFat in, she had blackened salmon with mango salsa and asparagus that she made in her air fryer. Bless your heart, Haley. Bless your heart. Thanks for going that extra mile for us. But she got hers in, and it sounded delicious too. So salmon definitely was on that list of good for you fats. Sherry used avocado on her low point toast instead of butter. So instead of slathering butter on her low point toast, she went ahead and used avocado. I'm sure that was moist. I'm sure it was delicious, and it is a good for you fat. So good job, Sherry. Vicky has already been using avocado daily, and she's been putting canola oil in her vegetables. And she said, who knew eating healthy would taste so good? She's exactly right. She's exactly right. And somebody's going to have to find out if Michelle used if she used light olive oil with her PB2. I am not sure, because the olive oil, I thought, maybe, but she said it tasted delicious. And Debbie wants to know if did Haley not share? No, Haley did not share. And as a matter of fact, I think all of it was gone before she posted the picture. So, yeah. So thanks, Haley. You're going to have to make that for us if we ever come to town. Let's see. Ooh, and Loretta says she tried the avocado on her chicken salad. Ooh, and that was good instead of mayo. Let's see. Alicia substituted. She subbed out 2 tablespoons of avocado on her turkey sandwich instead of mayo. So Alicia did that too. Avocado on her turkey sandwich, and she said it was delicious. Teresa uses olive oil and nutritional yeast in her green beans. Okay, Teresa, you had me at nutritional yeast. You know you did. But olive oil and nutritional yeast in your green beans, yeah, please, thank you. That sounds delicious. Deborah tossed green beans and tomatoes in olive oil and roasted them. Ooh, and Haley says will do. She roasted them instead of microwaving them. Yes, please. They looked delicious. If y'all have a chance to go back in our closed group and check out Deborah. Let's see. I think it was Deborah and Haley that had some really, really awesome pictures. Yeah, Haley's was like to die for. It looked so good. It looked so good. But bravo, ladies. You all nailed it. So many of you did your homework, and so many of you all are still commenting. You know, like Marlene says, avocado in her scrambled eggs. Hello, Rita. And, you know, Loretta, the avocado in the chicken salad. So many of you all did your homework. Good job. Here are more Bravo stickers for doing your homework. And y'all did a great job this week. You nailed it this week. I mean, absolutely nailed it. Wish every week was like that for your homework. Okay. This week is chat number 179, and it is titled Spring into Summer. So no one, not even Nostradamus, could have predicted the spring that we just had. Okay. So, I mean, nobody could have seen that coming. Things changed so fast that first month that I barely remember it. We were talking about it here in the showroom the other day. Somebody was asking, you know, well, what did we do and what did we wear? And I was like, you know, I don't know. I barely remember it. I mean, John was calling like every hour, texting every hour and saying, okay, now we're an essential business. Now we're not an essential business. Now we're oh good, Barbara did her Zoom meeting yesterday. We're an essential business. Are we an essential business? I don't know. What do you think? You better watch what the governor says. You better watch what the health department's saying. I mean, it changed so fast, and then it changed, and then it was still changing every single day. And then as they were making policies, it's almost like every day the policies changed. But it happened so fast, and it changed so much that I barely remember that first month. Every aspect of my life, I mean, literally every single aspect of my life, I groped around looking for what our new normal was going to be. You know, like, how am I going to get in and out of the loft? Am I going to stay at the loft? Hello, Kathy. Am I going to stay at the loft? Are we going to move into Casey's backyard so that we can do medicine? Are we going to have to stay at home? Can we go to work? Should I be at work alone? But every single aspect of how do we grocery shop? What are we going to eat? But every single aspect of our lives, every single, aspect of my life, I was groping around, every day going, I don't know, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? But, for everything, trying to find that new normal, and then only to have it change again, wake up the next morning and it would be different again. And then from the sound of the news today, we're not done yet. So there are new areas, and I'm not trying to make this about COVID. I'm just saying that I don't think we have our new normal yet, but we're all going to have to do something about it. We can't keep bing, 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 like a pinball machine. But the sound of the news this morning was that we're not done yet. So there are new hotspots, popping up. I think some states are not going to, fully open up. So our state is hopefully, we're in Tennessee, so our state hopefully is entering phase 3 later this week. But I see news that, some places are going to be mandatory masks, which I'm okay with because I've been wearing it everywhere anyway. We've been wearing it here, we've been wearing it out. But anyway, our state is hopefully entering phase 3 later this week. But I want to tell y'all, I don't know about you, but I'm ready to enter phase me. So I know I've been fussing, complaining, cheering, whatever the last couple of weeks, but I'm ready to go on to phase me. So whatever the rest of my state's going to be doing, I need to move on to phase me, and I think some of you all do too. So when we talk about springing into summer, this is a great topic, and I'm sure this topic was written when they thought that we were going to, oh gosh, Carol Lou's headed for Myrtle Beach on Saturday. Whoa. Carol Lou, wear your mask unless you're outside, honey. But anyway, when they said spring into summer, and I think they wrote this, before, I don't know, before things started kind of catching up with us, after the Memorial Day weekend and things like that. So I'm not springing into summer so much as, again, I'm going into phase, hello Susie, as I'm going into, phase me. So I'm going to whine a little bit and say my schedule's been messed up. I know everybody else's has too. Thank goodness I don't have any little kids at home to homeschool. I cannot imagine what you all are doing. But my schedule's messed up. My walking schedule is messed up, and I complained about that big time on the Zoom meeting this morning. Here in Knoxville, and Trish has already heard me whine about this. I'm bitter. I'm bitter because it's all changed. Like Karen and I couldn't even walk for that first month because we didn't know. Can we go outside? Should we be outside? Should we even be near each other? Should we be near anybody else? So we couldn't walk for an entire month. So that was a 25-year habit. Almost, let's see, Casey's 26. So that's almost a 25-year habit of walking 3 days a week that Karen and I had. And we didn't walk at all for a month. So we didn't walk at all for a month. We were scared to go outside. We didn't walk downtown. It's just been on and on and on. My food has changed. You couldn't get some of the things that you wanted at the beginning. Hello, Marlene from Florida. Couldn't get some of the things that we needed in the beginning. Had to be careful about how we got them. How we were cooking was different. John was still going to work. I was still coming to work by myself. So it's just been, I don't know. It's just been a super uproar. So I decided today, again, during the Zoom meeting, kind of bounced, a couple of ideas off some people. One girl had a really good idea. So I've been nervous about going back to Planet Fitness. I do still have an active membership there, but I've been nervous about going. And so one of the girls in the Zoom meeting, and I'm so sorry, I do not remember your name. She said it might be worth just wearing my mask, going in just for a quick look around, just to see how it, kind of how it's working and see, what I think, before I decide yes or no that I'm actually going to go. But she said that the Planet Fitness, the one she attends, is a little bit farther west in Knoxville than the one that I go to. And she has been going she's been going in, I think, with a mask, already in her clothes, I don't think she's really using the locker room any, which I could do that. And then she said the equipment is separated. She's been taking her own things to wipe with, and she's been taking her own towel and still wiping everything down again. And the machines are separated, so she feels pretty safe. So I think I'm going to take her advice, and I'm going to wear my mask one day and just go check it out. Outside of that, I've been super whiny because mine and Karen's walking schedule has been really, 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 really super messed up. So, again, our schedules have gotten all upside down and backwards. We've had challenges to our schedules before, but this is like the biggest challenge that we've ever had. And I'm going to go ahead and say that not being able to walk with Karen 3 days a week, like on our normal schedule. I mean, we only got in one day this week, and it was today, and I'm a sweaty mess. But I have let that bleed over. I've been bitter about it, and I've let that bleed over into other areas. So I used to walk for 25 years. I walked 6 mornings a week, 5 to 6 mornings a week, depending on the weather, and then walked with Karen 3 afternoons a week. I'm not walking at all in the morning, at all. I let COVID completely shut that down, completely shut that out. So instead of springing into summer, and this is a very positive and uplifting, seriously, if you have a chance to read it, your weekly this week is a very positive and uplifting weekly. But I'm just going to say, for me, the homework this week is still #spring into summer. But I'm going to say pick 3 things that are different, whether it's good or bad. So WW always wants us to focus on what's good, always focus on what's positive. So what they wanted us to do this week is to spend some time reflecting on things that have changed for the better. I'm going to have to focus on both. I'm going to not focus on I don't mean that as that I'm going to like micro focus on the not walking. What I mean is I'm going to write this down. Well, I've already written it down. So I'm going to, using my first volunteer pin from Angie. Thank you very much, Angie, for sending more from last week. But I'm going to have to write down some of the bad things too. So like the walking, so what your homework is this week is to pick 3 things that are different. So different, doesn't matter if it's good, bad, whatever, neutral, that are different from what you had planned for this season. So, and it doesn't even have to be about weight loss. If it was like, attending baseball tournaments and you didn't get to do that, or if you found a new routine, if that's something that's good, but if it's just 3 things that are different. Different doesn't have to be bad. It can be something that's good. Maybe you're enjoying homeschooling your kids. I love my child, and my grandchild, but no, thank you. Don't want to homeschool. But if there's good things, write some, one of those down too. But write down 3 things that are different than what you had planned. Because all of our hopes and dreams are all well and good until life actually happens. So write down 3 of those things that are different. Then with those 3 things, tell us how you will use those 3 things, good or bad, to spring into summer. So one of mine is going to be the walking. So I've already written on my list that one of my 3 things for my homework is that my plans for this summer were to continue walking 6 mornings a week, or my plans for the spring were to continue walking 6 mornings a week and at least 3 days, or the 3 days a week with Karen. And we already had it scheduled out. We already knew what we were doing. We knew what time we were doing it. So, and that is a bust. But I'm going to use this experience to spring into summer and make a new plan. So it's not going to work out that Karen and I can walk 3 days a week every single week. It's not going to work out that I can walk my normal times with John and Dusty on the weekends, because our schedule's just different. But I'm going to use that. That's going to be one of my 3 things, and I'm going to use it as a springboard to spring into summer. So 3 things that were different than what you had planned for spring. That's your homework. The hashtag is spring into summer. Hashtag spring into summer. Tag me, so that I can compliment you here. I can call you out. I can say your name. I'm sorry, Kathy wants to know, when I walk, how far do we walk? So Kathy, believe it or not, we were walking, back before all this happened. We had 2 of the days we were walking almost 3 miles. And then a couple of years ago, before my mom and dad got sick, on Sundays, we used to walk, it was a little over 5 miles. So we were gone, quite a while for the 5 miles. And we did that every single Sunday. But anyway, and you don't have to walk that far. Just do something. And it may not even be walking. Right now. That's why I'm going to go check out Planet Fitness again and just, kind of see, how that feels. But when you tag me, if you tag me on, and thank you for Christy for sharing the hashtag, tag me on, but remember, Kathy, we've been doing this for 25 years. We didn't just start walking. If you are just now starting walking, so if this is your first, if you're saying, okay, I'm going to go out tomorrow and walk, please do not go walk 2 to 3 miles. And for heaven's sake, don't go walk 5 miles. This is 25 years of practice. I think when we started, we walked 1 lap around our subdivision, because we used to be neighbors. We walked 1 lap around our subdivision, and 1 lap is probably a half a mile. And we would do that. And then the next day, a half a mile. And then the next day, a half a mile. And then we would go, because we would be exhausted. And then we'd walk, and then after a few months, we walked 1 big loop and 1 little loop. And then the next time we might walk, after a few months, we'd walk 2 big loops. Anyway, so we finally built up to it. When we were walking the over 5 miles, it was up and down hills. I mean, it was pretty strenuous, but we had spent a lot of time working up to it. Okay. So that is your homework. If you are tagging me on Instagram, it's at IfYouHaveAnEgg. It's just the @ sign and IfYouHaveAnEgg. If it's here on the public page, then it's at IfYouHaveAnEgg also. If it is in our closed group, which if you want to join our closed group, maybe somebody will share the link, or I can do it after we're done. But remember, you have to answer the 3 questions, or I cannot let you in, because we have so many people. I have to make sure, and it's a closed group, I have to make sure that everybody is protected. So please answer those 3 questions so that I know that you are an actual human who actually cares about what we're talking about. Because we get occasionally some weird people. But anyway, and I'm sorry, Debbie's making an excellent point. Debbie's sick, because Debbie and I walk in a group when I'm down in Orlando. I'll walk with them, and Debbie, they walk a lot. They don't walk fast and hard, but they do spend many days a week walking when they can. And Debbie makes an excellent point. She says, if you're just starting, since it's so hot, start with YouTube videos. There are some good ones out there. So start inside. And see, my Christy, For a year and 9 months, she's walked 8,000 steps every single day. So a lot of people say, oh, you have to walk 10,000 steps or it doesn't count. Sure doesn't. Sure don't have to. And Debbie just posted the link. Thank you very much. So remember to answer the 3 questions. If you're watching this on YouTube, just go ahead and comment. If you're watching this on If You Have an Egg, you can go ahead and comment with your homework. So I don't know where Rosie was this week, but I always look forward to Rosie's comments on YouTube. There's only a couple of you all that ever comment on YouTube. Come on. But anyway, so yeah, do your homework. So that is your homework for this week. It's hashtag spring into summer. We got to get going, girls. We got to get going. So, because I'm scared that we're going to have another surge of this again in the fall, and we got to be prepared this time. You know, we can't just be sitting around thinking everything's fine. So yeah, we got to get going. Okay, so that is your homework for this week. Don't forget, if you're watching this later on YouTube, you can watch this again on YouTube, and we're getting ready to do the second half. We're making some food in the second half, so don't go anywhere. But if you're watching this on YouTube, or if you need to rewatch it, you can watch it on YouTube. Just youtube.com and search If You Have an Egg, or in the next couple of days, this will be posted on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, and there will be a link that you can click for that YouTube video. Casey and Jessica do a great job of transcribing all of these for us so that they're actually in words and they make sense, even though I tend to ramble. And be sure and subscribe on YouTube. Okay, so it is time for my break. If you are brand new with us, I take a teeny tiny break in between. I don't actually go anywhere. Well, actually, I've got to go get something out of the freezer. Not gonna wait a few minutes on that. But I take a tiny break and I drink some water. So if you have water with you, go ahead and drink some. Today I put more of the Skinny Syrups Meyer Lemon in there. I love that one. It's Meyer Lemon Raspberry. And good. Janice is all good now. I'm back with us. Lynn says water. Barbara says water. Barbara knows it's water time. Excuse me. Okay. And that also gives me a little break from talking so fast. Apparently I talk really fast. I had somebody accuse me of that this week. They were like, you live in the South and you talk so fast. Sorry. Okay. So our extra credit for this week. Today is June the 28th. I already forgot. Yeah, it's June the 28th. And our chat topic this week was 179. It was spring into summer. And Liz wants to know what I'm mixing in. So we talked about Skinny Syrups 2 weeks ago, I think it was. Here's some coffee flavored ones somewhere. Well, this is not what's in my water today. This is the brand. The brand is Skinny Syrup, but you can go back. I think it was 2 weeks ago we chatted on that, and you can go back and see it. But it's their Meyer Lemon Raspberry, and they are they're sugar-free syrups. Okay, so anyway, this is on the extra credit portion this week. Remember, I said we're not going to do July 4th stuff. So I think we've done 3 years of July 4th recipes. So I decided not to do July 4th. Instead, I decided to make some quick things, or show you how to make some quick things that will replace 4 appliances in your kitchen with an air fryer. Okay, we only have like 28 minutes to talk about this, so I can't go into great elaborate detail, but it was hot enough outside today, and it was hot enough outside yesterday that I thought, I don't really want to turn my oven on for a while. I don't really want to heat up any appliances that create a large amount of heat. So I really started thinking about my air fryer today and how much I love it. And we have, here at Casey Kitchen Center, we have 2 air fryers, and I did have 2 at home, but John made me take one of them to Casey's in the camper. But anyway, so I have Simple Living Products air fryers. I have 2 of them here, and I have one of those at home. And then we took a Power XL over to Casey's because I love the Simple Living ones so much because they're easy to clean, super quiet. We're going to use one here in just a second, and you're going to see what I mean about how quiet it is. So I don't really want to turn on any appliances that are creating a lot of heat right now. The air fryer, even though it does get warm, it doesn't generate a lot of heat. So I practiced 2 things, and I have got something else in there that I just did. Really didn't raise the temperature here in the kitchen at Casey Kitchen Center at all. But I use my air fryer so much that I've actually almost permanently replaced. I have at least replaced for a lot of things, 4 different appliances. So the first appliance that I have almost replaced, I mean, I still have to use it for some things, but a microwave. So I don't use a microwave now for anything that is, I'm going to call it sturdy, like a Hot Pocket or egg rolls or leftover pizza. If you haven't put leftover pizza in a Simple Living Products air fryer or any brand air fryer, if you haven't reheated leftover pizza in an air fryer yet, you are missing out. It's actually better reheated in the air fryer than it was when you got it the first time. So on a piece of leftover pizza, I actually just spritz it with a little bit of nonstick spray, sprinkle a little bit of nutritional yeast on it. And if you are new to nutritional yeast, that's a whole nother chat. We have like 3 other chats for that you can go back and check out on YouTube. But sprinkle it with a little bit of nutritional yeast, and I'll put it in the air fryer on 360 for like 5 or 6 minutes, and just let it just barely start to crisp up. Best leftover pizza you've ever had. I know, and Debbie said microwave pizza is nasty. It really is. It is seriously the best air fryer. I mean, it's the best leftover pizza ever. But I also use it on things like this. I was going to have these for lunch Saturday, I think it was, yesterday, here at KC Kitchen Center. And these come, these Lean Cuisine little, what are they, Asian style chicken spring rolls. And you can get egg rolls like this, and you can get Hot Pockets and different things that have that metal sleeve. Well, the metal sleeve is to make it crisp up. So why would you put that in the microwave and put it in that little metal cooking sleeve to make it crisp up? Just put it in your air fryer. So I think I did these on I did these on 350 for like 8 or 9 minutes or something. They were crisp on the outside. They were hot on the inside. It didn't overcook them, just kind of check them. But yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect instead of cooking them in the microwave. They're never gummy. They're always crispy. These I did not have to spray with nonstick spray to crisp up the outside. Sometimes you do, but these I did not. So those were really good in the microwave. So I've replaced my microwave with the air fryer for a lot of things like that. This next one you're going to think I'm crazy, and I'm sorry I did not make an example of it just because I have so much else to talk about. But my toaster, I don't even have a toaster. We don't even own a toaster. Period at all, because we use the air fryer to make toast. You just spritz a piece of bread or 2 pieces of bread depending on how big your air fryer is. And I'm sorry, I have attracted fruit flies with the 3rd thing that we're making, so if you see things flying around, you'll know why in just a second. But anyway, toast. You can put Eggos in there. You can put pastries, anything that you would normally stick down inside, stick down in your toaster, in a regular toaster. You can put those in your air fryer. So like toast, I'll put like 2 pieces of toast down in the air fryer basket. Again, lightly spraying with some nonstick spray. Toast, don't leave it in there as long. I do about 350 for like 3 or 4 minutes, and then check it, and pull it out just when it starts to get toasty. Okay, this one I'm actually going to show you how to make. So this is so easy. And the first time I did it, John was like, "Can I have that?" So, John, are you here tonight? Are you even watching us tonight? I didn't see a hello from home base. Anyway, these are so easy. This little pan came in my Simple Living Products air fryer. If you do not have one of these, or if you have a different brand of an air fryer, and I'm sorry, Joyce did not see the info for the closed group. So if Debbie posted that earlier, and Joyce, if you don't see it, I will try to remember to go back here and post it when we get done tonight. But anyway, this nachos, just one little serving of nachos. So you don't have to heat up your oven. You don't have to heat up a toaster oven. I'm sorry, this is to replace your toaster oven. So, and thank you, Debbie, for sharing that. We used to keep a toaster oven on our counter. Well, we don't have room for that now. So instead of using a toaster oven for things like nachos, grilled cheese sandwiches, you can cook a grilled cheese sandwich in your air fryer. Chicken nuggets, fish sticks, anything like that, you can cook it in your air fryer. But the nachos are so easy. Just use the shallow pan that came with your Simple Living Products air fryer. Or if you didn't have that brand, or if you don't have one of these pans, you can pick these up. This one happens to be metal. You can use silicone. It just needs to be safe for for an air fryer. And last week when we were talking about the Fit Fat, I think a couple of y'all were using this. This is an Evo. It's just an Evo sprayer, and we have a link for this. Oh no, Liz's air fryer died at 2 years and she hasn't replaced it yet. We'll get a Simple Living Products one. It's not going to die in 2 years. I've used this probably over 100 times, each one of them. But the Evo sprayers, we have it on our on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. It's just on the recommended page. You can get these on Amazon, but you can go get the link there. But you're just going to do, so you can put canola oil, olive oil, you know, whatever your oil of choice is in there instead of using nonstick spray. And it's better on the nachos if you do 3 quick spritzes. That's 1 teaspoon. So that's 9 tortilla chips. And these are Santita brand, I think. 9 tortilla chips, little spritz. So that's 4 points worth of tortilla chips, the 3 spritzes of, I think that was olive oil. That's 1 smart point. This is 2 tablespoons of shredded cheese, and just put that on top. And you can do, you know, you could add, and of course, since we're doing this here, I'm not going to add it, but you could add, hello Cheryl, you could add chicken, you could add jalapenos, you could add whatever you want to it. You just put this straight down in here, and I'm just doing the cheese, you know, for the sake of time. Put it back into your Simple Living Products air fryer. Remember, scoop, don't shove it in there. We're going to go ahead and leave it on 360. I'm going to change the time to about 6 minutes, because I'm going to change it to 6 minutes because I've been cooking other things in there today, so it's good and hot. You do not have to preheat your air fryer to use it, but because I've been making some other things, it's, you know, it is good and hot. So while the nachos cook, so again, that replaced the toaster oven. So to replace your microwave, you can do it for Hot Pockets, anything that has that little metal sleeve that when you get ready to put it into the microwave. Hot Pockets, egg rolls, lean cuisines, I mean, you know, like these spring rolls, you know, things like that that have that little metal sleeve that you put over the top of it. You can put those in your air fryer, you know, and just play around with it. I mean, you know, you can always take it out, check it, take it out, check it, you know, and kind of perfect it, and then write down, you know, how you did with it. Leftover pizza, the best. Absolutely the best. You will never microwave a piece of pizza again. There's no point in it. There's no point in it because it takes minutes in the air fryer, just minutes. You can replace your toaster because you can use your air fryer for toast. You can use it for egg, you can use it for pastries. Anything that you poke down in your toaster and pops back up, you can cook that in your air fryer. Again, you can replace a toaster oven for nachos, grilled cheese, chicken nuggets, fish sticks, anything like that. It's not just for French fries. It's not just for bacon. Y'all know I hard boil my eggs in my air fryer, but it's not just for, you know, for bacon and for making French fries. You know, it's not just for that. Okay. Trish said, no, don't use the silver tray. Okay, so Trish, that's a great question. Trish said, do you use or leave the silver tray on them? No, ma'am. No. I do not use that silver. There's no point. So the silver sleeve, that's a great question though. That silver sleeve that would have gone on top of these, you don't need it because that's to do something weird with the microwaves. I don't know what that does, but it's to make them bounce back in or whatever and try to crisp it up. But they're still kind of mushy, you know. I mean, they're good, but they're still kind of mushy. You don't need that if you put them in the air fryer. So you just want the air fryer to do that. Okay, I'm going to get the last thing started just so that it'll be done about the time that we're finished talking. So this, do pay attention to it, but don't pay attention to it because you got 2 more things to look at while this is cooking. This is half of a peach cobbler recipe. So oh yeah, and Debbie's exactly right. No, that little paper thing could catch on fire, so do not do that. And Rita wants to know how to do the hard-boiled eggs. That is, we have 2 chats about hard-boiled eggs, and you can watch it on YouTube, Rita. So, yeah, so you can go back and find that, or I'll try to post that link later. But this is half of a recipe of peach cobbler, and it's a half of a recipe because I have to eat this whole thing when we're done. You know, like I'm not just going to leave this here. So I made a half of a batch, but a whole batch would be 2 peaches. This is a half of a batch, so this is 1 peach. And if you're lucky enough to live somewhere where they have Georgia peaches right now or South Carolina peaches, and Myra, do not be afraid to use your air fryer. Oh my gosh, I use them every day, literally every day. And hello, Hillary. Okay, so that's 1 peach because that's half of the recipe. Because again, I have to eat it, so I wasn't going to make myself 2. I could have made myself 2, but I'm not going to. This, for the sake of time, I went ahead and mixed it up. This, for a half of a recipe, this is 1/4 cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt and 1/4 cup of self-rising flour. For a whole recipe, it would be half a cup and a half a cup. And I'm literally just going to take this and daub it on top of the peaches. And I so wish that I could turn the camera so that y'all could actually see what I'm doing, but and I'll hold it up and show it to you in a second. But I'm just daubing this on top of them. So for a half a recipe, it's 1 peach sliced, a fresh peach slice. You could use canned peaches, but why would you? And right now, peach here, I don't know about where y'all live, but peaches are plentiful here because we're right above Georgia. And so we've got Georgia peaches right now. And that's why I attracted the fruit fly. Hello, Jackie. That's why I attracted the fruit fly, because I have cut Georgia peaches on my countertop. Okay. Or right here. Okay. So, and y'all can see what painstaking detail I've gone to get this exactly, where it needs to be. Okay. And unfortunately, I did not, oh, I did bring something to wipe my hand off with. Okay, so now I've got the 1 peach, because this is a half of a recipe, a 1/4 of a cup of non-fat plain Greek yogurt, and a 1/4 of a cup of self-rising flour. And see how I kind of dabbed it on top of that? Then I mixed up for half of a recipe. This is a half of a tablespoon of Land O'Lakes canola, light canola butter. I'll have to show you because it has a lower lower points. And Betty, you probably could use frozen peaches, but I'd probably let them thaw out first. So it's a half of a tablespoon of that. It would be a whole tablespoon if it was a full recipe. It has a half of a teaspoon of, it has 1 teaspoon of Truvia baking blend. It would be 2 teaspoons if it was a whole recipe. And then it has 1 tablespoon of coconut milk. You could use unsweetened almond milk or something like that. I better check the nachos too. Anyway, melted the butter, and stirred all that together. And let me check these real quick because we got 1 minute left. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, those are gonna be perfect. Okay, and then just take this and you are just gonna drizzle it over the top. So this is gonna make almost like a little sugar coating over the top of it. Try to get it on the little flour and yogurt dollops especially, but get it all over your peaches. Oh yeah, yes. And I'm sorry, but y'all are gonna have to hang out a little past 9 because it's gonna take longer than that. Okay, so there you go. And now, as soon as I get the nachos out, I'm gonna put this in. So they only have 1 minute left, but they are looking good. Remember, I've told y'all this before, do not reach in there and grab that pan. It is going to be whatever temperature you had it on. So I'm going to use my little tongs, and I'm going to set it over here and let it cool off for just a minute. And I'm going to swap out. This also came in my Simple Living products. It came with my kit, and it has a little handle. So I'm just going to set that down in there, and we're going to put this in. Oops. Okay. And you notice it started running again, so it's still doing whatever I had it on the last time. So we're going to leave it on 360. But we're going to change the time. I'm going to change it to 15 minutes, but we're going to check it before the 15 minutes because it has been, since it's still hot from the nachos, then we want to check it. Okay, so the nacho pan is still very hot, so I set it on top of a plate and I'm going to pick it up. Let me see if I can touch this long enough to show you. So, actually, let me just pick one up, or they're all going to stick together. So here you go. This is what the nachos look like. So we made 1 serving of nachos, super fast, super easy. You could come back and put chives on it. You could have cooked it with chicken on it, and if you had chicken or tuna or hamburger meat or fake hamburger meat or barbecue or whatever on it, it's still the same amount of time. And I'm just going to add just a little bit of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. I'm going to use that in place of sour cream. And I have made, I've made a little plate of nachos. Let me try one of them here for you. You can do cilantro, you can do, John and I put diced jalapenos on them, but again, I have to eat this, so I just made them real quick. So, nachos. salsa. Yeah, Betty's exactly right, salsa. These are like restaurant nachos when you get done with them. So crisp, and you can make one batch. You can make one serving instead of heating up your oven and making a big, you know, making a whole lot of them and then having to eat a whole lot of them. Okay. Also in the oven, and not to make in the oven. So a lot of times we want, in the summer, we'll just want like a baked potato with some Wendy's chili on it for, you know, for a quick meal, or we just put salsa on it or something, you know, just something quick, and we will have, you know, just a baked potato as a meal. But I don't want to heat up my kitchen, and I don't have that much time to cook, you know, to cook baked potatoes. So instead, I make them in the air fryer. And for this demonstration, I made a russet baked potato and a sweet potato, because those of you who are on purple, sweet potatoes are 0 points. So, where did my knife go? I have one. So, on the baked potatoes, you just clean them. Then you pierce them just a little bit with a knife or a fork or something like that. Spray them with some kind of oil. So I used this. You can just use the nonstick spray. You can go ahead and put some pepper or something on. You can put some kind of seasoning on the russet baked potato. You can do this with golden baked potatoes, or like Yukon Gold baked potatoes. And you're going to cook them on 400 for somewhere between 35 and 50-ish minutes, depending on the size of the potato and the kind of the potato. So the sweet potato I took out at about 35 minutes. So it was 400 degrees for 35 minutes. Now, again, please do not just pick up hot things straight out, but these have been sitting since the chat started, so they are cooled off now. But I don't know why, if you saw that, I always cut my potatoes like in a zigzag. And I do that because when you squeeze them, when you get ready to open them to put whatever you're going to put on them, butter or whatever, they open in a really pretty shape like that. So you could go ahead and put some, Susie said, what was the oil that I used? Oh, it's the bottle that looks cool, Susie. So this is just either olive oil or canola oil. I don't remember which one I have in here, but it's an Evo sprayer. And we have the link to those on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. You can get them on Amazon, but please use our link if you don't mind, because we do get affiliate credit for that. But see how pretty that is when you open it. So that was the sweet potato, was 400 degrees for, I think I took it out at 30 or 35 minutes. And then this one is just a regular russet potato. And again, I always cut them in a zigzag. And these are good with salsa. They're good with, you know, butter if you're doing butter. But see, when you cut them in a zigzag like that, then they open, woo, they open really pretty like that. So cooking them in the, I'm going to check this real quick just because it's so hot, because it's been so hot. Okay, that is still good to go. And you all are going to have to hang out with me past 9 because I talked so much that it's going to take us until after 9 for that to be ready. Okay. But anyway, so the baked potatoes, if they're smaller baked potatoes, you may not need quite as much time. If you need, if they're a little bit bigger than this, you might need a little extra time. But I always go back and check them at about 30 minutes. I go ahead, even though you've already poked them with a knife, I go ahead and check them again at about 30 minutes. I'll just poke them again, and if they're starting to get soft, then like the sweet potato was starting to get soft at 30 minutes. So I just went ahead and took it out and let it just sit. So if you let it sit, it will continue to cook for a few more minutes. And then I'll let the russet potato, I'll let it go ahead and cook for, let's see, the sweet potato I ended up taking out at 35 minutes. The russet potato I took out at 45 minutes. But you can see, I mean, in the air fryer, they're perfect every time. It is like a real restaurant baked potato. I've never had a baked potato out of an oven. First of all, it would be 150 degrees, and y'all know how sweaty I get. It would be 150 degrees in the loft if I tried to heat up the oven to cook a baked potato. You know, to cook one baked potato, that makes no sense. None, or 2 baked potatoes, it makes no sense to heat up the whole loft for that. But look how pretty these are. I mean, I'm serious. I know I'm stalling for time because I'm waiting on the peach cobbler to be done. but these are so pretty, and they're perfect, and they're not overcooked, and it makes the outside papery. If you like the outside of the potato, you can still eat it, but it makes them so papery. I mean, like, look how easy this is gonna, well, let me hold it up here. Look how easy that's gonna peel off. I mean, super, super easy. Super easy. And then again, on the russet potato, it is a perfect restaurant baked potato. So that is in your air fryer. You didn't heat up the kitchen. I've made, let's see, these were in there for 35 and 45 minutes. The nachos were in there for about 6 or 7 minutes. I have the peach cobbler going right now, and it is not hot in here. It's not 150 degrees in here. Let me see if the cobbler's about ready. Pretty close. We're getting close. Okay. So we're actually going to pull the cobbler out a few minutes early just for the sake of letting y'all go to bed. But give me just a second. I'm going to go run get the final ingredients. So do not run off. Do not run off. I still have you for at least 4 more minutes. So give me just a second and I'll be right back. Okay, and I had to leave this in the freezer because Halo Top Peach Ice Cream is out right now. And it is the peaches and cream ice cream. It's kind of hard to find, but I'm going to say the Food City across the street has it, and it's on sale. So I bought 2 of them. But Halo Top, if you've never had it, some of the flavors, you do have to let them sit out for a few minutes before they are creamy enough. And Barbara said, please take your time. Some of the flavors, you have to let them sit out for a few minutes. That's Enlightened is like that. Halo Top's like that. Kroger has their brand. But some of them you have to leave out. The Halo Top Peaches and Cream, you do not. It is soft as soon as you take it out. So that's why I wanted to leave it in the freezer until I was actually ready for it. Okay, but we are going to go ahead. We're going to go ahead and get our peach cobbler out so that we are not here way past 9 o'clock. The peach cobbler this is a half of a recipe. So I almost have the recipe ready. That's another thing. This COVID thing, I think I've only posted maybe 2, maybe 3 recipes this whole, like, in 3 months. And I normally post a recipe. Thank you, Barbara. You were being nice. I normally post a recipe like every other week. I think I've posted 3 in 3 months. So I'm taking back my time. I'm taking back my time from COVID. You can't have it. On the peach cobbler, this is a half of a recipe, and it was 1 fresh peach washed and sliced in the bottom. Then it was 1/4 of a cup of non-fat Greek yogurt and 1/4 of a cup of self-rising flour mixed together. It would have been 1/2 cup and 1/2 cup if it was a whole recipe, because it would have been 2 peaches. And then in this little cup, it was 1/2 of a tablespoon of the it's Land O'Lakes light canola. If you can find some that's less points, just use whatever you use. Or if you prefer real butter, just use your real butter, but count the points. And a teaspoon of Truvia baking blend, and 1 tablespoon. I used coconut milk. You can use unsweetened almond milk, vanilla almond milk even would work. And then stir that together really good and use that for your glaze. You're going to blob out. It's a technical term for it. You're going to blob out sorry, it's getting ready to storm here again. Just saw lightning. You're going to blob out the flour and yogurt mixture onto the top, and you're going to cook it on 360 for about 14 minutes. But since we had, and this will all be in writing, so as soon as I post the recipe on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, you will, you'll have the exact instructions on there. But because I've been cooking other things in here and it's already preheated, again, I never preheat my air fryer, but it's been preheated because of making this. It's not going to make it to 14 minutes. So let's check it again real quick. Oh yeah. That is about perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and take this out. So since it had been preheated making the other things, it was about 10 minutes instead of the 15 minutes. So remember, use something to pick it up, and I'm using my left hand, and I am not left-handed. Okie dokie. So this could have gone just a teeny bit longer, but you know what? This looks good and juicy, so I am gonna go ahead and take that out. Oh, these peaches smell so good. So good. And if you've never had peach cobbler, you have got to make some. You have got to make some. And where I put the milk and the Truvia and the little bit of butter mixture on there, it makes like a little glaze on top. And then if there's any left over in the pan, remember, just be careful because it's going to be the same. It's going to be the same temperature. The pan's going to be the same temperature, so 360 degrees for several minutes. So just be careful when you pick it up. But you've got there's a nice little glaze. I'll see if I can turn it around for you. So there's a nice little glaze in the bottom of the pan that you can add to this. And now, so now we have peach cobbler. We have yummy, yummy, yummy peach cobbler. Excuse me while I lick my fingers because I'm the only one here, so I can touch this all I want to. And a scoop of Halo Top, and I think this ended up being 7 points if I'm not mistaken for just the peach cobbler, but trust me, it is worth every bit of it. And then this is 1/4 of a cup of Halo Top peaches and cream, or maybe it was 7 points for the whole thing. I don't know. I'll put it in the recipe. All I can tell you is it is totally worth it. I don't care how many points it is. I do. I want to be reasonable, but it is so worth it. Okay. So this is it with the ice cream on top, with the Halo Top ice cream on top. So yummy. So yummy. And let me go ahead and get a bite. You know, so I was making fun of Haley earlier. Here I go, taking one for the team and eating peach cobbler for you all. Ooh, I don't want to get too big of a bite. Come on. Okay. So good, so yummy. So you all know what I will be eating just as soon as we get done. But I hope y'all enjoyed again this week. Those are so delicious. I've already got most of that recipe already typed up, so I'll be posting it soon. That peach cobbler, oh my gosh, it's absolutely to die for. Absolutely to die for. But I hope you enjoyed this week's chat. I hope you enjoyed the few things that we made. I hope that you can. No, Haley, this would be great after your dinner. So we should have your dinner and then eat this for dessert. But I hope y'all enjoyed this one. I hope you will share it with somebody. Share it with somebody who's struggling during COVID, you know, because this is just, it's just a stinky time. But I hope you'll share it with somebody. If you were watching this on YouTube or if you watch this later on YouTube, don't forget, up here is the next video. So if you just let it roll over, you've got your YouTube set up that way. You can go, you can come on and eat. Hey, Haley, I can make it here at Casey Kitchen Center. So the next time you're in Knoxville, just let me know and I'll make sure and have peaches and I'll have it ready for you. But go ahead and watch the next video. Down here you can subscribe, and if you subscribe, and you should subscribe, go ahead and hit that little bell so that you'll know when the next video comes up. And then the one over here, the little button over here is for Spreadshirt. So you all have an amazing week. I'm gonna eat this peach cobbler before Dusty figures out what's going on. He fell asleep in his bed out in the other showroom, or out in the showroom. So he has no idea that we're making food. Anyway, so I'm going to hurry up and eat this before he figures out that there is food. But you all have a great week. Don't forget to do your homework, and I will see you next week. Good night.